Hey guys out there, good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are seeing this. I just wanted to come on and follow up with a topic I had online in regards to toxic relationships maybe a few weeks ago. Just expand on it just a little more. So, oh my goodness, I'm doing this because, sorry, I had to stretch. I've noticed a lot of different YouTubers are and have been for the last year or two referring to these medical terms and these terms that are used in psychiatry, like narcissism and other personality disorder traits that YouTubers are mentioning. And I find it kind of odd that no wonder people call it YouTube University. I mean, it's interesting. You get half truths on YouTube. So let me just back up a little bit, okay? Let me try to put things more into perspective here. So I understand that we're in the Aquarius age right now. We all have access to information, okay, from many different sources. So if there are, say for instance, the so-called Black community, right, who is popular, who has high numbers and subscribers, are referring to topics that are used in medical and psychiatry terminology as far as narcissism and other personality disorders, you make it feel like these people are like actual psychologists, work in healthcare, but they really fucking don't. So what they're doing are they're taking these terms and they're using them in ambiguous ways, okay, in relation to how to cut off your family, how to get rid of toxic people, how to recognize toxic people. Okay, I understand that. Oh, first of all, you shouldn't need anyone online to tell you how to cut toxic relationships out. But see, what I get here is people are identifying these terms, but they're only giving you half of the truth of what it is. So how do you get balance? How do you put things in perspective when someone is waving this narcissism, toxicity, and dissociative personality disorders in relation to your family and your friend relationships? Like, what do you do with all that? How do you use that energy? Most of the time, people are 100% angry and upset and have anxiety in relation to topics about relationships and topics about especially toxic relationships with close family members. So when a YouTuber content creator is feeding you this energy on these terms that are used in psychiatry, that are used in medical fields, it's fueling the fire to whatever imbalance that you have within you. So most of these people sound hella smart, very intelligent. They say these words and they speak them very well. And I'm not going to mention any of their names. I just be watching because sometimes it just be synchronicity. Like I said, when I put out this video, like a couple days later, I seen someone else who had a video in toxicity in relation to that topic. And what they say was all pretty valid, and they had their points across. They came off like as if they're psychiatrists, and all they are telling you is what it is, the terminology, okay? And they're telling you how to recognize it in your family. Great. Now what? You recognize it in your family. Therefore, you most likely recognize it in yourself. That's why you're probably mad and you're angry, right? Someone, your family, your father, your mother, your brother, your husband, your spouse, or someone upset you. They were toxic. Okay, so how do you get over that? Because this is what I'm telling you. They're fueling you these terminology words. They're only giving you like half truths here. And I know there's half truths in everyone's perspectives, okay, and ideas. There's like totally no absolute right. But I'm here to like bring another perspective into this fuel, into this fire, into this anger, into cutting off your family members because of their toxic relationships. Well, first of all, you have to understand that like I said before, no one has a perfect childhood. No one has a perfect childhood. Most likely no one will never have a perfect childhood. I don't care how much money and assets and resources you have, and the opposite spectrum of that, okay, no one does. There is work to be done, okay, in your childhood. I have met not one person who did not have to do some type of work or healing from their childhood. So boom. So that's where the healing comes. That's when awakening comes, when you're tired of being angry. You're tired of fucking fueling a fire on your family. One way to get rid of toxic family, which most people do, is going to therapy and let them be the lead way and the guide. You can have therapy and counseling, spiritual therapy and healing and guidance, okay, on relation to toxic family and relationships. So the healing has to come somewhere. All I see is people adding fuel and fire to these terminologies. All right? Hate, fuel, and fire. People are probably most likely cutting off their family members, their siblings left and right, and by all means, good. But are you healing with that? Sometimes in life, when you cut off your family members, okay, because they are toxic, you do that to heal yourself. It ain't nothing to do with them. It's to heal yourself, because you never know when it comes full back in circle where they're not that person anymore. Okay? You're not that person anymore, and you have to move on in life like water underneath the bridge. I mean, it depends on the level, and I know the extremes of toxicity. Okay, and it takes a while to get to that point, okay, because you're not fucking angry and mad. You want to heal. You don't want to pass on anger and anxiety and all these disorders in your generation. And if you don't even have kids, those people who are around you, they're catching on to your energy as well, as far as how are you handling your relationships in life. People know, they're aware of that. If you are healed from that, if you're still angry from that, if you're anxiety from that, if you're stuffing your woes in a bottle or drugs or in a food and all that, other people are watching you, okay? Seen and unseen, spirit and people observing and watching how we all go through and make it through our challenges, if we're really about that life or not, okay? So I hope this all makes sense. So I understand that we're in Aquarius and we're in the information age, and everyone has access to, like I said, all of these information in relations to us and our relationships that we, I don't study psychology. I did study psychology. I study like the 4 aspects of a person, which is a whole different thing. Okay. Other things. So, and like the fire goes with the physical aspect. Okay. That goes with the lower self, the root, in relation to how they are giving you this information. Okay. It does something to the root, the foundations of you, like that area of energy that stirs up when people are telling you, oh, blah, 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 toxic narcissism in your family, and this is what they do, and this is what they look like. First of all, I didn't need anybody on YouTube to tell me what a toxic person is and what it looks like in my family. I knew it was born within me. I knew what that was, because I didn't want to be that person. I don't know. I'm just like a whole other type of breed out here of an abundance. Okay. So I recognize I didn't need to see it in my parents. I didn't need to see it in my siblings. I didn't need to see it in any other relationships outside of me. What toxicities. I knew what it is. I didn't need nobody to tell me to do that. What I did is recognize, like, why am I in these relationships? Okay. And the question and the healing begins there. How and why did I get in these relationships? Even when it comes to your parents, how and why did I get into these relationships? Okay. And quit being the victim and blaming people and having your woes, woe me on, the perpetrator. Fuck them. And start your own healing for you and your energy, your aura, for your family, your generation. It has shit to do about with the toxic person. So I just want to tell you guys that look on the other side of people fueling you fire in the Aquarius age. Okay, do your full research. Do the research within. All right, and I know there's levels to toxic relationships. Okay, so don't give me too much of a hard time. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be healed, balance, and peace. Peace.